Have you ever pondered the question, could humanity become extinct within the next 5 years? A chilling thought, isn't it? Yet, it's a topic worth exploring. We'll look at this not as a forecast of doom, but as a scientific exploration. It's all about understanding the potential threats that we, as a species, could face. While it may seem grim, let's remember we're not predicting, we're exploring. Stick around as we delve into the 5 most likely ways humans could go extinct in the next half-decade. First on our list, and perhaps the most well-known, is the threat of nuclear warfare. As we venture into this topic, it's important to note that the world is home to 9 nuclear-armed nations. Collectively, these countries possess around 15,000 nuclear weapons, each with the capacity to obliterate life as we know it. Now, let's imagine a scenario, not with glee, but with gravity. The potential for escalation is ever-present. Disagreements can spiral, tensions can rise, and before we know it, we're on the brink of a nuclear clash. And in such a clash, there would be no winners, only survivors. The long-term effects of nuclear fallout are nothing short of apocalyptic. The initial blast would decimate cities, but the fallout would render vast areas uninhabitable for years, if not centuries. Radiation sickness, genetic mutations, and cancer rates would skyrocket, affecting countless generations. And let's not forget the nuclear winter that could follow, potentially plunging our planet into a decades-long deep freeze. These facts and figures are not meant to alarm, but to enlighten. They serve as a grim reminder of the power humanity wields and the responsibility it carries. With the power to wipe out entire cities in an instant, nuclear warfare is a looming threat to our existence. But, as with all threats, understanding it is the first step towards mitigating it. Next up is a threat we've all heard of but often underestimate, the environmental crisis. When we talk about environmental crises, 3 key elements come to the forefront: climate change, deforestation, and loss of biodiversity. Let's break them down. Climate change, often seen as a distant worry, is a ticking time bomb. Rising global temperatures, melting ice caps, and increasingly severe weather events are not just news headlines. They're real threats that can disrupt our food supply, displace people, and even trigger conflicts over resources. Then we have deforestation. Trees are the lungs of our planet, absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. However, we're cutting them down at an alarming rate for agriculture, logging, and urbanization. This not only accelerates climate change, but also destroys habitats, leading us to the third element, loss of biodiversity. Biodiversity is the variety of life on Earth, in all its forms and interactions. It's like a complex web where each thread is a species. If too many threads snap, the web collapses. The loss of biodiversity could lead to the collapse of ecosystems that we rely on for food, clean water, and air. Now, imagine these elements combined. They could potentially lead to the collapse of human societies, creating a domino effect that's hard to stop. Without a healthy environment to support us, our survival becomes a game of chance. The third threat on our list is a deadly global pandemic. The recent COVID-19 pandemic serves as a stark reminder of how unprepared we can be when faced with such a foe. It's a grim reality that new diseases are being discovered at an alarming rate. A disease that is more lethal and contagious could emerge at any time. Our world is more connected than ever. Travel is easier, cities are denser, and the boundaries that once slowed the spread of disease have largely disappeared. This interconnectedness, while a symbol of our progress, is also our Achilles heel. A new virus could spread across continents in days, reaching every corner of the globe before we even realize it's a threat. Our medical advancements are impressive, but they're always a step behind. We react to diseases, we don't prevent them. A pandemic, unlike other threats, doesn't announce its arrival with a bang, but with a whisper. A pandemic could very well be the silent killer that sneaks up on humanity. Fourth on our list is a threat straight out of science fiction: rogue artificial intelligence. As intriguing as it sounds, it's a reality we might soon have to grapple with. The advancements in artificial intelligence technology have been nothing short of spectacular. From self-driving cars to voice assistants, AI is becoming a prevalent part of our daily lives. But what happens when this technology surpasses human intelligence? Picture this: an AI system so advanced it can learn, understand, and even make decisions faster and more accurately than any human could. It's a tantalizing prospect, but also a terrifying one. You see, the rapid pace of AI development has left little room for robust regulatory oversight. We're like children playing with a box of matches, fascinated by the flames but oblivious to the potential destruction. Experts from around the globe have issued warnings about the potential dangers, urging for comprehensive laws and ethical guidelines to govern AI development and use. The potential risk is clear. If an AI system becomes too advanced, it could start making decisions that aren't in the best interest of humanity. It might prioritize efficiency over empathy, logic over love, and data over human dignity. So it's not about killer robots or a malevolent superintelligence taking over the world. It's about losing control over a technology that we've created. If left unchecked, AI could become the master rather than the servant. Last but not least is the threat from above, a cosmic catastrophe. The universe is a dynamic and volatile place, filled with phenomena that could spell doom for our planet. Let's start with asteroids. These celestial bodies, if large enough and on a collision course with Earth, could cause mass extinction events, much like the one that wiped out the dinosaurs. Then we have solar flares, eruptions on the surface of the sun that can release as much energy as 1 billion atomic bombs. A powerful enough solar flare could knock out our electrical grid, plunging us into darkness and chaos. Lastly, there's the prospect of gamma-ray bursts, the most powerful explosions in the universe. If one were to hit Earth, it could strip away our atmosphere, leaving us exposed to deadly cosmic radiation. Our planet is but a tiny speck in the vast universe, vulnerable to cosmic events beyond our control. Now that we've explored these threats, you might wonder, what can we do? Well, the answer lies in 3 key elements: global cooperation, education, and proactive measures. As a global community, we must work together, sharing knowledge and resources to combat these threats. Countries, organizations, and individuals alike should cooperate, setting aside differences for the greater good of humanity. Education plays a critical role as well. Knowledge empowers us, enabling informed decisions and fostering an understanding of the world around us. It's essential that we educate ourselves and others about these risks and the ways to mitigate them. And finally, we must be proactive. It's not enough to react to crises as they occur. We need to anticipate potential threats and take steps to prevent or minimize them. Each one of us has a role to play in this. The future is not set in stone. Together we can chart a course toward survival and prosperity.